The race was hard. It never gets any easier, even though I've run it 6 times now. It gets harder in a way because you push yourself that bit further, and each time you do it you think, well, if I'm going to do it again, I'm going to do it faster. And I think it's just a good thing to do. You know, it's good to challenge yourself. You know, really 20 miles of it is your fitness. The last 6 is pure mental stamina. You know, it's willpower. It's just sheer grit to get to the end. I just remember running behind. At one point, I remember running behind a couple, 2 different people. One was from Wetherby Harriers and one was from Halifax Harriers. So, amongst lots of Yorkshire people, which was lovely. And then there was a man in front of me running most of the way, and he must have been well into his 70s, and he was just pounding, keep going. And I just thought, good for him. You know, what a role model, what a fantastic inspiration. You know, he's there doing a fantastic time, still so fit and healthy at his age, so that he's my inspiration.
Brilliant, thank you.
Do you know, I feel relieved that it's all over and done with, but I had a good 26.2 miles actually. I felt quite comfortable. There were a couple of occasions where I walked a bit, but I feel great now, and in the knowledge that I've raised £6,000 for the charity, so I'm absolutely on a high. I've been doing your 5Ks and your 10Ks for a good few years now, and got to know the team, and they said, there's a place at the Virgin London Marathon, do you want to run it? And I went, oh, go on then. I knew I wouldn't resist if someone asked me. Fitness is a part of my life, really. I work out quite a lot, and I like running, but I have to say, only for small distances, like an hour maximum. So this has been phenomenal and a real challenge for me. I did all the training and more. So yeah, I had to get myself in a good place really for today. I wanted to sort of hit anywhere between 4 hours and 5 hours today. So I think my time was, don't quote me on this because I haven't got the official time yet, but just about 4:25, something like that, maybe a bit less, I'm not sure, but I'm really pleased. I feel great. You know, I've had a quick massage and I've had a cup of tea, and I'm raring to go. I'm going to meet my girlfriends.
Hi, I'm Trevor Sinclair, and I've just done the London Marathon for Cancer Research UK. It was very difficult, and I enjoyed it thoroughly, but it was really tough. The crowd were fantastic, really supportive, and give you that extra boost that you need at certain times. Brilliant seeing all the landmarks around London from the road, and yeah, it was great to be involved in a massive occasion. The other runners were brilliant, and supporting each other, which was really good to see. And yeah, I'll probably do it again, but not too soon. We can give as much money to cancer research, then we've got a better chance of hopefully one day finding a cure.
Hello, I'm Isabel Lang and I work at Sky News as a weather person. What have I been up to? I've had a lovely day out around London, taking in 26.2 miles, thank you very much. It's been really great, and running for Cancer Research UK again.
And how did it go?
I thought it went really well. I'm smiling, I feel okay at the moment. The weather wasn't quite as forecast, which probably everyone is talking about. No showers, quite warm really. But actually I felt fine. I had quite a good run. I have a cough, and that was the only thing that was a bit debilitating at the beginning. I couldn't take gels, but I had to be really calm, concentrate on my breathing, and I sort of got over that. And every time I had to take a gel, I just had to breathe really carefully. But then, I was fine, and it was all right. I mean, the last 9 miles were actually all right.
And is this the first time you've done a marathon?
I did it once with a running partner of mine called Sue about 3 years ago. It was a really sunny one that year as well. And we raised loads of money for Cancer Research UK then, and this year we've raised about £4,000.
Congratulations. And why are you running for Cancer Research UK?
Why not? My dad had cancer 3 years ago, and he's fine now, but I went through some of the treatment with him and chemotherapy, and my running friend who I've run with this year, her mum died 10 years ago exactly of cancer, and I think Cancer Research do a brilliant job. If you can raise as much money as possible to help find a cure, why not? So I have nobody close to me at the moment who has cancer, which is great, but I'm still going to help. So.
And how are you feeling now?
Happy. happy. I haven't seen my family yet. I'm really pleased. I didn't think I'd feel quite so chirpy as I do, and I'm very proud of this.
Hello, hi. My name's Steve Kirby. I'm a sports and occupational injury therapist. I run a company called Get Fit Stay Fit up in a wonderful place called Norfolk, and I've come down to Hout today to help the SMA and be the supervisory therapist for the London Marathon. And after people have run 26 miles, the lactic acid and other things that are built up in their muscles in their legs needs to be removed, and massage is the best way of doing it. And one of the wonderful things today is we've got all these other therapists that have given their time freely to come and help to get these runners and back to where they need to be, and take away the cramps and some of the problems that can be there that will have built up over these 26 miles.
My name is David Purdy.
And what have you just done, David?
I just run the London Marathon for you.
And how did you get on?
I don't know, about 3:35.
And how was that for you?
No problem, I enjoyed it. It was very good.
And why did you choose to run for us?
I chose to run for you because my dad died from cancer, and at the moment my brother's climbing Everest for you as well. So he's raising the most of money. I'm raising a fraction of what he's raising. I think he's up to 110,000 at the moment.
And how was the race?
The race was very pleasurable actually. I quite enjoyed it. It was very good. Lots of good support, lots of children's hands to slap. It was brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If I known I was going to do 3:35, I'd have tried a bit harder.
Well,
it's still alright.
Yeah, I think you've still done very well. Thank you.
I quite enjoyed it. It was brilliant. I lovely. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name's Alex Harris. I've just run the London Marathon for Cancer Research. It was very painful, but I got round just under 3 hours, so I'm delighted. Well, my best was 3 hours and 13 seconds, so I've always been desperate to get under 3 hours, and I've finally done it today, so by 15 seconds, so delighted.
You were delighted. How did you think you were going to make it for that time?
Not a mile 25, I didn't know, because I was dead, but I recovered well. Dug in.
So did your training, how did the training go? And how did
not brilliant. I had an operation on my groin in December, and then I was on antibiotics in March, so it didn't go as well as I wanted it to, but at least I was healthy today. So I'm running for Cancer Research because my sister died from cancer when she was 16 and I was 18, and in 1998 I was diagnosed with testicular cancer. In fact, I had an orchidectomy the day after the London Marathon in 1998, and I watched it on telly that year, and I told myself I would run it the following year, and I did run it for Cancer Research in 1999. And I'm still running it for Cancer Research today. But I'd never even really run, apart from playing football, I'd never run. And I say I watched it on TV the day before my cancer operation, and I decided I was going to do that the following year, and I did. And obviously I ran for Cancer Research because I just had cancer, and obviously my sister had died from cancer. So it's always hot, and even though it wasn't supposed to be hot this year, it was hot. It certainly felt hot to me. So every year it's too hot. Every year it's tough. Every year I say I'm not going to do it again, and I guess I'll be back. But you never know. 1 year I won't, I suppose.
So when do you say you won't do it again?
When I finish. From about mile 23, and then after the finish, it takes about a couple of weeks to get over it.
And that's when you start saying that you'll do it?
Yeah, we'll see. I'll say I'm still in the time where it was so hard. I suffered this year. I felt it was really tough this year. But
harder than usual?
I don't know. I was determined to get under 3 hours, and I really had to push myself to do it. And so when I finished, I really didn't feel very good. So yeah. But I feel okay now. So say even an hour or so later, you feel better. But at the time, you just think I can't do this again. It's too hard. So yeah.
Start from the shoes and work up. Hey Kevin, how are you doing?
I'm very well now, thank you.
And can you just tell us a bit about what you're doing here today?
Right, well today I was here running as a nun, as you can obviously see, in order to break the Guinness World Record for the fastest person in a costume, which has been successfully done. which in the process of course gives some great publicity to Cancer Research UK, which is
So it's the fastest person in what?
in a nun's outfit.
And what was the previous record?
The previous record was 4 hours and 28 seconds.
And what's your record?
And we've just turned it round to 3 hours, 17 minutes and 58 seconds.
Wow. Congratulations. Congratulations, that's amazing. So is this your first marathon?
No, this is my 160th marathon.
No way. No, it's not. And have you been dressed as a nun for all of those?
No, this is the first time the nun's been out.
Do you dress up as other things?
I have done a few costumes in the past, a Santa and a nurse and stuff in the past.
A what?
A Santa, yeah, Santa Claus at London.
But this is the best one so far, is it?
Well, this is the first one I've attempted with a record attempt, and it's a good fast time, and it's great, and we've raised a good bit of money today, so which is great.
How do you feel?
Brilliant now.
Say, I feel brilliant. Okay, cool. Why are you doing it for Cancer Research?
Well, my father died of cancer, my partner's mother died of cancer, and it's something I think that's everybody knows somebody that's affected by it, and it was something I thought, the publicity of doing for a world record attempt would give extra publicity because, it gets that publicity.
Brilliant. Thank you. Let me just get a long shot of you.
Just moving fast around London and
Yeah, my name's Tim Underwood. I've just done the London Marathon, and I've done it for Cancer Research UK to give something back to a charity that gives a fair amount to me, being a cancer surgeon.
So that's your actual job then, as cancer surgeon?
Cancer surgeon and researcher. So some of the money that Cancer Research UK raises is being used to fund one of the projects that I'm part of.
What project is it?
It's the International Cancer Genome Consortium project, which is funded by the Catalyst Club, a branch of CR UK, and it's a project to find the genetic code of esophageal cancer.
And how's that going?
Excellently. The pilot study is completed. The main study is now recruiting, and with the help of CR UK and the sum of about £6 million, we're going to define the genetic landscape of esophageal cancer in the United Kingdom.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
It is amazing, and it's great fun.
And so that's why you chose to run for Cancer Research?
Yeah, and I'm an esophageal surgeon, so that's a food pipe or a gullet surgeon, and every time I do an operation on someone to remove their esophagus, I ask them effectively to run a marathon. So I thought to myself, why didn't I do one on their behalf?
What do you mean you asked them to run a marathon?
Well, the trauma that we put a patient through when we do that sort of surgery is like the fitness required to run a marathon.
Wow. So in what way?
Well, they have to go to intensive care for a number of days. It's traumatic because we open 2 body cavities, both the belly and the chest. And the traumatic insult that we give them is like having a major car crash.
So is that how it felt today?
No, it felt great, thanks very much. If it felt like a car crash, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I'd be lying down somewhere.
And what was the time you did?
My time, 3:44.
And this is your first?
My first marathon.
And how are you feeling now?
Tired, which is allowed, I think.
Did you do a lot of training?
A fair amount, but enough to get me around in 3:44.
And do you think you'll do it again?
Maybe. I think you should talk to my wife and ask her that question.
Why?
Because it takes a lot of time out of the calendar. And I'm busy at work, and that means that you spend most of the winter not seeing your family.
Okay, and what was the best bit of the race?
Finishing. That's easy to answer. The joy of finishing.
And did you have any joys on the way round?
Yeah, there were a few. It felt good for about 13-14 miles. And then it's a slog round Canary Wharf, and then you come out of Canary Wharf, and you get back onto the highway and the embankment, and that feels really nice. And the crowd, the people of London are absolutely extraordinary.